Good morning, all. Are you able to listen my voice and screen is visible? Kindly reply in the chat box. Is it audible? Is screen is visible there? Kindly mark attendance with the 3 parameters. Okay. So this is the video lecture on DA, that is design and analysis of algorithms. So we are currently discussing with mathematical analysis of recursive algorithms. So which are the recursive algorithms we have seen? It is factorial, Tower of Hanoi, and binary conversion we are going to see. So we have already discussed with one concept, that is factorial. So factorial we have seen. So first you come with which are the input parameters you are having. So input parameters for the recursive algorithm are input size, basic operation, number of times the basic operation is executed, and set up recurrence relation and solve the recurrence. So these are the 5 steps what you are having. So again, I will tell you, it is input size, next basic operation, next number of times the basic operation is executed, fourth set up recurrence, and fifth solve the recurrence relation. Okay, so now I am going with a new gone with a one of the example. So what is the example we have already discussed? We have gone with a factorial. Can you tell what is the formula for factorial? Can you tell what is the formula for the factorial? Because all these examples are very important from the exam point of view. So kindly tell which are the what is the formula for factorial? Respond in the chat box. So for the factorial, we are having the formula n into n minus 1 factorial. So what is the formula to find the factorial of a number n? So it is n into n minus 1 factorial. So now we shall go with the algorithm. So what is the algorithm it is telling? So input will be a non-negative. That means a positive integer n. So what is the output? It is the value of n factorial. If n is equal to 0, that means what is 0 factorial? 0 factorial is equal to 1. So if not, what you have to write? Write it as, if it is not 0, then what will be the n value? It can be 1, it can be 2, 3, 4, like that. So at that time, you are going to write it as f of n minus 1 into n. Okay, so that means we are substituting n factorial, we are substituting it as f of n. So that's why when you get n as f of n, so n minus 1 factorial can be written as f of n minus 1 into n. So this is the formula we are having. So come for this one, f of n minus 1. So f of n minus 1, this is the programming code. What is the recurrence relation? So recurrence relation will be taken in terms of this. That is m of n is equal to m of n minus 1 plus 1. Or m of n minus 1, if n value is 2, 3, 4, like that. So what will be the case? If it is 1, 2, 3, 4, you will be taking in terms of m of n minus 1. If it is 0, what is the case? If it is 0, you have to go with 1. So that's why we are giving 1. 1 is for what purpose? To represent 0 factorial, we are taking this 1. Okay. Plus, if the number value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 factorial, 1, 2 factorial is 2, 3 factorial, 6, like that. So in order to find the value of a factorial starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, what is the relation? It is m of n minus 1. If it is 0, what is the relation? It is 1. That's why we are going to take it as m of n minus 1 plus 1. Okay. So a recurrence relation will be given as m of n is equal to m of n minus 1 plus 1. Now you have to solve the recurrence relation. So come for this example I have told. Input size we have given n. Basic operation is n factorial. How many times it will be executed? It depends on n value. So set up a recurrence relation. What is the recurrence relation? It is m of n minus 1 plus 1. Okay, so recurrence relation, we are giving it as m of n minus 1 plus 1. So solve the recurrence for the order of the growth. So in order to solve this recurrence, we will going to take this relation. So that is m of n is equal to m of n minus 1 plus 1. For n only you are putting n minus 1. For n minus 1, what you will put? So substitute m of n minus 1. In place of m minus 1, you take it as m of n minus 2. For n, it is n minus 1. For n minus 1, it will be n minus 1 minus 1. Just you substitute in place of n, you substitute n minus 1. So n minus 1, what you will get when you substitute n is equal to n minus 1. Here in place of n, you will substitute n minus 1, n minus 1 minus 1. So that will be given as n minus 2 plus 1. Similarly, for n minus 2, so what you will get when you substitute, you will be getting it as, so n minus 2 plus 1 plus 1. So that will be given as m of n minus 2 plus 2. Similarly, n minus 3, you will be getting n minus 3 plus 3. In order to solve the recurrence relation, you have to substitute by this means. Okay. So finally, substituting I for this, you will be getting m of n minus I plus I. And finally, up to n, you will be getting m of n minus n plus n. So n minus n will get cancelled. So kindly see here, n minus n, you will be getting it as m of 0. Okay. So plus n. N minus n will be 0. What is m of 0? M of 0 is 0. So substitute 0 here. 0 plus n is equal to n. So this is the final answer you will be getting. Okay. So can anybody can tell what is the recurrence relation? What is the recurrence relation for n factorial? So what is the recurrence relation for n factorial? What is the recurrence relation you will be having for n factorial? Kindly answer in the chat box. What is the recurrence relation for n factorial? So n into n minus 1. Sorry, it's the formula we are taking. So I want the recurrence relation. So n into n minus 1 factorial, it is the formula we are taking. So this is the formula. Where is the recurrence relation? So kindly go through here. So here you are having fourth step is recurrence relation, solve the recurrence. So fourth step is recurrence relation and fifth step is recurrence, solve the recurrence. So we are using, so kindly go through here. We can use backward substitution to solve this. To solve what? To solve the recurrence relation. So where is the recurrence relation? Can anybody can tell in the chat box. So I want the answer, then only I can move forward. So tell where is the recurrence relation in these steps? Recurrence relation is m of n is equal to m of n minus 1 plus 1. So are you having any problem in typing and chatting? So for the questions, you have to chat it here. So recurrence relation is m of n is equal to m of n minus 1 plus 1. So for this relation only, you are going to take to solve it here. So come for the steps here, set up a recurrence relation. Fifth one, solve the recurrence relation. So say recurrence relation is m of n minus 1 plus 1 and solve the recurrence relation. We are taking it here, m of n is equal to m of n minus 1 plus 1. Okay, so what is this 1 here? Can anybody can tell? In recurrence relation, what is this plus 1? So why we take in recurrence relation m of n minus 1 plus 1 we have used. Why we take plus 1? So anybody can tell why we take plus 1 here? So m of n minus 1 plus 1. Why we take this plus 1? Are you people there? To multiply f of n minus 1 by n. Sorry. to multiply f of n minus 1 by n. Sorry, that can't be the answer. Why? When you see the entire slide where you are getting the value 1, where you get the value 1 in the entire slide, see somewhere you are given the value 1. Yeah, 0 factorial is equal to 1. So that is, if the value is, if you are finding in place of n, if it is 0, you are going to give it as 1. If you are getting 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, so what you will give? You will be giving m of n minus 1. So for 0 factorial, you are not finding the any factorial. By default, it will be 1. So that's why 1 will be substituted. But when you go for 1 factorial, what you will put? 1 into 0 factorial. So 1 into 1 minus 1 factorial, you will be taking it as 0 factorial. That's why you are going for a value. Yeah, if n is 1, if n is 2, if n is 3, if n is 4. So what value? What is the recurrence relation? It is m of n minus 1. If it is 0, what is the recurrence relation? It is 1. So for all the n values, for 0, you take 1. For 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n, you will be taking m of n minus 1. So this is the recurrence relation. So what is the recurrence relation for the factorial? It is m of n is equal to m of n minus 1 plus 1. Now can you tell what is the recurrence relation? So what is the recurrence relation for fact? Now tell me what is the recurrence relation for fact? Answer it here. What's the fact recurrence relation? So we are taking it as m of n minus 1 plus 1. This is the factorial. So for this recurrence relation, you have to solve. You have to solve and find the order. Keep this one in your mind. Solve the recurrence for the order of the growth. So now you're going for the solving. So what is the recurrence relation we have taken? N minus 1 plus 1. So for n, you substitute n minus 1. What you will get when you substitute n minus 1? So n minus 1 will be n minus 1 minus 1. So n minus 1 minus 1 will be taking it as n minus 2. Okay, so when you substitute, it will be getting in terms. So finally, you substitute n value, m of n minus n plus n. So n minus n is 0. So 0 power m of 0. What is m of 0? So m of 0 is 0. So that's why 0 plus n, we take it as n. So can you tell what is the order of growth? What is the order of growth for fact? Yes, tell me what is the order of the growth for fact, so that I can start with the next example. Low. Order will be in terms of n, n square, n cube, like that. That is the order you are having. So order of the growth, you remember, right? It is first order of the total 7 order of the growth are there. So first one is constant, that is 1. Next you go with log log n square, n cube, n factorial, 2 power n. So what is the order of the growth? Can you tell now? Order of the growth. Sorry, it's not n factorial. It is n. See the answer here. So what is the final answer? You have got m of n minus n plus n. So what n minus n means 0. So when you substitute n minus n, you will get 0. What is m of 0? M of 0 is 0. So that is 0 plus n. What is the value of 0 plus n? 0 plus n is n. What is the order of the growth? It is n. Okay. So this is what the order of the growth is n. So now you come for the next example, Tower of Hanoi. So Tower of Hanoi puzzle. So what you are going to do, this is the example we have already discussed in data structure using stack. Okay, so your data structure using stack, what is the Tower of Hanoi? So there are n disk. Okay, so there are the n disk of different size that can slide onto any of the three pegs. Okay, so initially all the disks on the are on the first peg. So three pegs will be there: peg, first peg, second peg, and third peg. Okay, they are n disk of different size, and all the disks are on the first peg in order of size, the largest on the bottom and smallest on the top. The goal is to move all disks to third peg using secondary one as an auxiliary. So auxiliary means it is a temporary. So you have to move from peg 1 to peg 3 using peg 2. Okay. So we can move only one disk at a time, and it is forbidden. Forbidden means prohibited. You can't place a larger disk on top of smaller disk. You can't place larger disk on smaller disk. Okay. So come for this particular problem here. So if n is greater than 1, if n is greater than 1 means there are more number of disks. Okay. So if n is greater than 1, what should be done? I will be telling it. Okay. So now you see, yeah, if there are three, take the example with a 3 disk. Okay. So first you move n minus 1 disk. That means first disk, second disk from the topmost order. So there are 3 disks. So 3 disks, you take the disk 1 and disk 2 and move it to disk peg 1 to peg 2. Okay. So now you remember there are 3 disks. Okay. So disk 1, disk 2, disk 3. Disk 1 is the upper disk. Disk 3 is the lower disk. Okay. So now you move disk 1 and 2. So n bit 2, n minus 1. What are all the disks you have apart from the last disk? Largest disk is called last disk. Move all n minus 1 disk from peg 1 to peg 2. Okay. So now you move the largest disk which you have left. So which is the largest disk? Largest disk is n. So n is the largest disk. Move the largest disk directly from peg 1 to peg 3. So once you move the largest disk, now you move n minus 1 disks from peg 2 to peg 3. So this is the formula you have to remember. So first you move all the disks except the last disk. Move all the disks from peg 1 to peg 2. Move the largest disk. That means only one remaining disk from peg 1 to peg 3, and move remaining n minus 1 disk from peg 2 to peg 3. Okay, this is the case if it is n is greater than 1. If n is equal to 1, what we move? We move the single disk directly from source to destination. So this is the formula we have taken. Diagrammatic representation: peg 1, peg 2, peg 3. You have to move all the disks from peg 1 to peg 3. Okay, so for that purpose, what you do, come for here, step 1, move all the disks except the last disk. Move all the disks from peg 1 to peg 2. Okay, so move the last disk from peg 1 to peg 3, and remaining move all the disks from peg 2 to peg 3. This is the diagrammatic representation we have taken. So what you will be making, I will tell you again. First you move all the disk from peg 1 to peg 2, move the largest disk, remaining disk from peg 1 to peg 3, and move all the disk from peg 2 to peg 3. So this is the representation we have taken. So at the first step, you move how many disks? So at the first step, you move how many disks? Can answer anybody? You move how many disks? So at the first step, you move how many disks? You will be moving disk from peg 1 to peg 2. At the first step, you move how many disks? If there are n disks, okay, you move how many? So if there are n disks, so come for the answer here. If there are n disks, so at the first step, you move how many disks? Ah, good. So kindly answer, then only you can easily remember the recurrence relation. At the first step, if there are n disks, if there are n disks, you will be moving n minus 1 disk from peg 1 to peg 2. Okay. So second step. So second step, you move how many disks? At the second step, you move how many disks? Kindly answer here. So this is step 2. Step 1, you are moving all the disks except the last one. So the n disks are there. You move n minus 1 disk from peg 1 to peg 2. At the second step, you move how many disks? Okay. Is it correct? How many disks you are moving on the second step? You are moving n. Sorry, it's not n. Nth disk. You can tell it as nth. Nth means last disk. So you are moving the larger disk from peg 1 to peg 3. So, okay. So kindly understand. Step 1 will move how many disks? N minus 1 disk. Peg to second step, you move how many disks? Only the one disk. Larger one will go here. So under the third step, you move how many disks? Under third step, you move how many disks? So under third step, you will be moving how many disks? Okay, good. So first step, n minus 1. Second step, 1. Third step. So what is the relation you can finally give? So first step is equal to n minus 1, comma. Second step is equal to 1, comma. Third step is equal to n minus 1. Is it correct? At first step, you move n minus 1 disk. At second step, you move 1. And at third step, you move n minus 1 disk. Remember this one. Okay. So now you come for the recurrence relation. So first step, you will moving from where to where? So first step, you will be moving from source to auxiliary. So totally source, auxiliary, destination. First step is for source to auxiliary. Second step is for source to destination. Third step is for auxiliary to destination. So keep this one in your mind. Okay. So come for the relation tower of Hanoi. If n double equals 1, that means you are having only one disk. So move the disk from source to destination. If it is only one disk, from where to where you are moving? You are moving from source to destination. Else means if n is greater than not equal to 1. If n is not equal to means you are having more number of disks. So take the example 3 only. So first you move from where to where? So peg 1. So first step you are moving from source to auxiliary. So that's why I will give, you are moving n minus 1 disk, first step, n minus 1 disk from source to auxiliary. Okay, so that's why these two are important. Source n minus 1 disk from source to auxiliary. So come for the second step. So second step we take it as move from source to destination. So move the disk from source to destination. And finally third step. Third step is from auxiliary to destination. So n minus 1 disk you are moving from auxiliary to destination using source. Okay. So have you understood this particular? So come for the recurrence relation. So add all the three. So step 1, n minus 1 disk. Step 2, 1 disk. Step 3, n minus 1 disk. This is the relation. So you can go through. This is the recurrence relation. So recurrence relation depends on n. So that's why if n is equal to 3, what you will do? Peg 1, how many disks you are moving? It is n minus 1. That can be written as m of n minus 1 plus second step. You are moving one disk from peg 1 source to destination. That is 1. So third step. This is first step n minus 1. Second step 1. Third step n minus 1. So that's why we have given it as 2m m into n minus 1 plus m into n minus 1 will be taken as 2m n minus 1. So add this 2, you will be getting it as 2m n minus 1 plus 1. Okay. So if it is only one disk, what you will put? M of 1 is equal to 1. Okay. So now this is the recurrence relation. So what is the recurrence relation? For tower of an eye, it is m of n minus 1 plus 1 plus m of n minus 1. This is the recurrence relation. Now you have to solve. So come for the solving. So when you come, just you substitute. For n, they have put what? N minus 1. Now you substitute n minus 1, n minus 2. Substitute m of n minus 1 is equal to 2m n minus 1 minus 1 plus 1. So n minus 2 plus 1. So substitute it here. You will be getting like this 2 into 2, 2 square m n minus 2 plus 2 plus 1. For now, for n minus 2, you substitute n minus 3. So it will be like this. Okay. So solving, it will be in this particular terms. So finally, you substitute I. So when you substitute I for powers, what you will get? So 2 power I, m n minus I plus 2 to the power I minus 1. So plus 2 to the power I minus 2 dot 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 plus 2 plus 1. So finally, when you substitute, you will be getting it as 2 power m, 2 power I m n minus I plus 2 to the power I minus 1. So now when you substitute, so that will be when you substitute I is equal to n minus 1. So initially for n is equal to 1, now you put I is equal to n minus 1 here. So when you put I is equal to n minus 1, it is 2 to the power n minus 1, n minus 1. When you substitute, you will be getting it as 2 to the power n minus 1. So this is the recurrence relation you will be getting. So are you understanding? If you're not solving also, no matter, but you have to write the recurrence relation. That is very much important. So what is the recurrence relation for tower of an eye? It is 2m n minus 1 plus 1. So this is the recurrence relation we will be taking. So this is the recurrence relation, that is m of n is equal to 2m n minus 1 plus 1. So substitute m of n minus 1, substitute m of n minus 2, and then you go with I. So when you go with I, you will be getting it as 2 power I m of n minus I plus 2 to the power I minus 1, I minus 2 dot 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 2 plus 1. So that will be given as 2 power I m of n minus I plus 2 to the power I minus 1. Now you substitute I is equal to n minus 1, 2 to the power n minus 1, n minus of n minus 1 plus something. So n minus into minus plus 1. So plus n and minus n will get cancelled. You will be getting 1. So m of 1 plus 2 to the power n minus 1 minus 1. So m of 1, what is m of 1? M of 1 is equal to 1. So substitute m of 1 is equal to 1, you will be getting 2 to the power n minus 1. So n minus 1 plus that will be given as 2 power n minus 1. So what is the order? So what is the order? Order is equal to 2 to the power n minus 1. So this is the order you are getting. Okay. So reconciliation for factorial, it is n. Reconciliation for tower of an I, it is 2 to the power n minus 1. Okay. Remember this one. So remaining, we shall see, remaining example, we shall see in the next upcoming classes. So have you understood? Have you understood this particular topic? Kindly respond it here. Have you understood? So what is the order of the growth for tower of Hanoi? What is the order of growth? What is the order of the growth for tower of Hanoi? 2 power n. So 2 power n we call it as 2 power n. So for n you will be calling linear. So 2 to the power n, we call it as what? 2 to the power n is exponential. Okay, good. So now you are giving the reply. So 2 to the power n. So 2 to the power of n, we call it as exponential. For factorial, it is n. So for tower of an I, it is 2 power n, that is exponential. Okay. So I hope you people got understood. Yes, understood, right? Only one. Okay. So yes. Okay, I will be ending this particular lecture. So meet you all in the next upcoming lectures in tomorrow's class. So thank you all. Take care. Bye.